Here I will show you how I do my own scar wax for FX makeup, and it's made of two things, vaseline and ordinary flavor. You mix it so the mixture gonna be not too sticky and not too dry. If it goes too dry, add more vaseline. If it goes too sticky, add more flavor. It should be easy to create small balls, but it still should be sticky enough for you to attach them in place where you want to build up your scars. So now we're gonna show how I did the makeup with this wax. So this is my test pilot Trevor, and the most people probably know him as my boyfriend, my fiance, my spouse. What do you think about being a test pilot for my FX makeup?
It should be interesting.
It should be. Yeah. Usually he only do this once a year through Halloween because I'm very keen on making us looking good at Halloween. And he don't always love the FX makeup itself. He have little shared experience about it. But this time we're gonna give it a go and see how it goes, because I'm gonna try to do a little with my own FX scar wax, and I might try even one I have bought so you can see the difference, if it's any difference. I have to see if I'm gonna use, but I'm gonna use the one I did myself. Here we go. Here I will show you how I'm gonna create a scar from the homemade scar wax. I put it in place. I tried to smooth the edges as much as possible. I'm not used to this one, so this was the first time I used it, so I didn't maybe succeed all the way with the lower edges, but I will know that for next time. But the principle is the same: smooth out the edges, then you take something sharp to create the wound, but don't hurt the person you do this FX makeup on, or if it's yourself, you don't want to have a real wound under the fake one. But I discovered after a while that I did other stuff in the wrong way. I'm gonna do that in another way when I put up the ordinary wax that I bought. But I tried to first put on powder, but realized it didn't go that well with this soft wax. So I picked up some foundation. I'm not gonna do the whole face because it's not a fully FX makeup I'm doing, but because it was so soft, I'm gonna redo the wound itself. But till then I just put on the foundation and the powder again. Then I open up the wound again so I could start. And I started with more lighter blood that is more like a jelly that I put inside. So I fill it with this one. Then I take a thicker one that is more like dried blood that I can stumble on with a sponge. So first I did some staples outside the area and even dragged it a little bit, and then I filled in the wound itself, but not all way, because it should be different colors of it, because the real wound don't have just one. Then I added some black to it to make some deep into the wood, and even some pinkish tones around it, because as a wound have different colors, it's not just one color. And to make it better, I even added after that a little more of the different type of bloods to make it more realistic. And you just try how much you want to put it. I opened the wound a little more too, because it gives a little more effect of a wound. And you can see here I have adopted in the different type of reds of the fake blood. Trevor looks like he tried to be dead or something with his eyes closed. But actually, I think this one turned out better than I thought. And this is homemade score box. You only use vaseline and ordinary flavor, and you mix it. It's a little sticky to do it. It looks much easier on the video I saw when the other girls did it. But if you don't have money or you don't have time to run away to buy those things, it's actually a working stuff. Here we see that from another type of light. Babe, can you turn your face here and say something?
Like what?
How does it feel to be hurt? I hurt you very badly.
No comment.
So this is the way you can do it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like it, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share. Stay weird, stay safe and be nice to each other. And happy Halloween is soon coming. I thought I should just show you when I do a bit of both box. It's a little different color and it's harder, but it's still this little sticky, but still you can shape it. So you take a bit, you can warm it up a bit so it goes easier to shape. Now we can do something similar. Press it as you put it out like you want to have the wound, and now it went in 2 bits, so I have to press. See if it stays there. Let's take pictures to show. It's a little hard to get it on because he's still not smooth in his face, so it can be a little tricky to get it to stick proper. And I guess it's a problem more for guys because you got the beard. Female usually don't have that hard with hair in the face, and the hair we have is not exactly the same type, so I don't think it's gonna affect it in the same way, but you try to smooth out the edges as much as possible so they stick. But they are not supposed to go up again. I think we are satisfied with that bit, but I'm not gonna do the mistake and start things in the wrong way, so I'm gonna put up some foundation first. And you can see that this is a little more pinkish color than the homemade, but I'm still gonna cover it over. I don't have the right color for Trevor as you can see, so I need to put foundation all over him, but I don't think he's gonna appreciate if I paint the whole face when it's not Halloween. It's a little bit hard to deal with when it comes to that type of things other times during the year, but we do it so that you can get a little how it could be. I'm not gonna paint the whole face because it's just the wound we're after this time. So then we're gonna put on some powder on it, and I use the same nude. Just press it in place. To make a little more that type of thing. And I think we go with the other direction this time before we create. So we're gonna do actually a little the rough part first, so we can cover it a little better. Then I don't have everything I need for the moment, but I probably will with the time from now when I go to a better shop or order from that. So I do this thing, look, you can drag it and you can stipple, but in that case it looks more like him being in some kind of battle. You can add a little more. Just have a little problem to get it out, but you can tell that you now can't see so much of everything. And like last time, I go into the wax, and this one you're gonna see the difference. That is a board because it's a bit harder to work with. So you have to press a little more, but don't hurt the person you're doing it on or yourself. I'm gonna put up things from last time I used it on myself, and it went very good actually that time. And you drag it up so it looks like the skin open it up a bit. So you can see it. I'm gonna go in with the lighter red first. See what the pencil goes. Or I might go first actually in with the pinkish tones in the edges, so I don't have maybe to do that. Don't be scared to take too much in the beginning because and different colors of the pink tone, because naturally, like I said before, a wound is not perfect, and that shows that it's a bit more fresher than it should be. This is to give more depth to it, and if I want I can maybe go in with the darker things already. And like I said, you can use a dark grey or even better with a black, but I don't have any black for the moment, and this is to create like a depth to wound. And at the same time when you are there you can actually try to open up some bits. This is gonna add some depth to it, if you know what I mean. And we continue with first a little clear reddish type of thing and put it in. And those things you can always find on the masquerade shops or other shops that sell such things, and during Halloween I guess it's even easier to find them. They don't cost that much. Don't have to be the most expensive brands either. If you just do it once a year or a little now and then, because it's one thing to live on those things and the other things to actually work with it, or just having fun. Then I go in with the one I used before to make face, but don't put it everywhere because you don't want to have a completely fill, because you want to have the lighter. You can drag it down, and if you want you can make more like in one place it will look a little thicker, like it started to raining or something. Because natural wound is not perfect. I might go in with a little more of the jelly red again and see the difference. And just put it a little here and there. And actually, I think we start to get the look again. I'm gonna just staple a little more. But not on the wounds, I destroy what I had created now. So I guess so far I created with the other one, and you can see it was a bit easier to create the wound itself, and that's because it's a little bit harder, so it's not too soft, so it wants to go away. But both is a good alternative no matter what. I'm gonna take a photo on this side too. Here is the last one I did. I just wanted to compare the different wounds and how they look like. And here is the one I did with the homemade, and you can see I couldn't get this edge here proper. But I think if I get more used to it, it's gonna look a little better like in the top. But else, it looks much better than I was expecting from something that is homemade. And here is the real one. It looks gross. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share. And the little notification bell. Stay weird, stay safe. Love you all. Bye.